So we had the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy Toronto 2025 edition on this weekend, guys. Let's have a look at the 5 things we learned, the 5 main highlights and talking points from this weekend's IndyCar Series event. So, first of all, we had a bunch of drivers that were stopping after just 2 laps completed of this Canadian street circuit. These included Scott McLaughlin, Pato O'Ward, and Marcus Ericsson, among others, as they looked to get the alternative strategy going. However, it didn't work out for Scott McLaughlin. Unfortunately, left the pits without one of his wheels properly attached, something that we saw quite a bit actually. There were quite a few drivers that were almost leaving, or did indeed leave, in the case of McLaughlin when it came to the pits, without all of their 4 wheels attached. McLaughlin came out of the pits, ran into the wall unsurprisingly, and was out of the race. But O'Ward very much did profit from this early stop, because that in part did bring out the caution flag and eliminate some of the deficit that he had from, of course, making that pit stop so early. But all of these alternative strategies, of course, did cause chaos throughout the field. There were so many big crashes throughout this race. Rasmussen and Rossi both suffered damage from trying to either chase or just being caught in the pack, and both were out of the race as a result of their incidents. Very unfortunate for them. Unfortunate as well for Will Power. He did end up continuing, of course, despite his incident later on in the race. But yeah, he's not going to be a happy bunny after the result of this one. We need to talk about what could have easily been a very nasty pile-up involving the likes of David Malukas, Joseph Newgarden, and Abel, Louis Foster as well. They were all just piling up basically. They were all getting on top of each other, and thankfully nobody seriously hurt. That aero screen very much doing its job in IndyCar, keeping all the guys safe even when one car is on top of another. But who was leading? What was going on? Well, Pato O'Ward was the guy who was leading very late on. Predictably, this one did finish under safety car. It did finish under caution, under yellow flags, and O'Ward just kept his nose clean. He put on some incredible laps to get out ahead late on with that stop ahead of Rinus VeeKay, who was looking like an unlikely winner of this event. Fair play to him. Did not work out for him in the end. Didn't get the win, unfortunately, for him. But Pato O'Ward closes up that gap at the top of the championship, because let's talk about Alex Palou. O'Ward, his closest challenger, is now within 100 points of Palou. He had a shocker this weekend, Palou. He was actually leading fairly early on in this one, but despite getting that clean air, either the pit strategy didn't work for him, just got a bit of bad luck with traffic. I'm not sure really what happened to him, but he finished well off the lead. 12th place for him in the end from the champion-elect. I'm still calling him the champion-elect, but he's going to need a good performance this weekend coming up as well, because we're going back-to-back weekend. We're heading from Canada down to California. The Grand Prix of Monterey on this weekend around Laguna Seca, one of the premium events in the calendar when it comes to American racing. I love Laguna Seca. What a track that is. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments below. I mean, O'Ward winning, not a huge surprise really, but Palou down in P12 within 100 points now. Could he really mount a challenge? We'll have to see, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more like this on the world of IndyCar and beyond here on the motorsportreports.com. Have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, guys, and we'll see you very soon.